Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to take a look at Rain-X Pro Graphene Spray Wax. It claims Graphene Shield Technology, whatever that is, extreme hydrophobicity, durability, and shine. We will find out. We're going to put it up against something we should all be familiar with by now, the 303 graphene coating. With any protectant, especially on an automobile, the prep is going to be king. It's going to be key. So a wash, decon, iron remover, clay, panel prep, and at least a cleaner polish. And you can get these protectants applied and get the most out of them. So we are going to take a look at gloss, water behavior, slickness, heat, chemical resistance, and durability. But first, let's take a look at price. We're going to get both of these on the panel. 23 ounces for $19.99 for the Rain-X Graphene. Comes out to 86 cents per ounce. 16 ounces for $17.99 comes out to $1.12 for 303. So already X marks the spot for the price. A little bit larger difference of what we've been seeing lately, and that will get the first X mark. Per the label's directions, do not use in direct sunlight. Shake the bottle well. Spray the product onto the car exterior. I'm going to spray into a microfiber first and then get it onto the panel. Spray the product onto the interior one section at a time. Wipe the product evenly over the surface, ensuring even coverage. Flip over the towel, immediately wipe off. Repeat on the remaining panels of the vehicle. I'm never sure what really comes through the camera, so I'm going to share the experience as much as I can throughout the video. Putting it on, it goes on rather thin, and it seems like it starts to evaporate immediately. That's why they want you to just flip over the towel to the clean side and get to removing the transfer solution. Removes rather quick and easily. I can already start to feel a slight increase in slickness. The microfiber glides over that test panel area. Let's get to the section with the 303 graphene coating. Slight differences when it comes to application. We want to spray into the microfiber, get it on the panel, and let it sit for a minimum of 30 seconds or longer, if you can get away with that, until it slightly hazes over. Then you can follow up and buff off. Unlike Rain-X, which was perfectly clear, this has a gray tinge to it, as you can see here on the foam applicator. We're going to spread this out onto the panel. Now this here, unlike the other side, is a bit oily, like spreading suntan oil or body oil onto the panel. A little bit thicker. Give it a good bit of time so it can start to bond to the surface. Grab a nice clean microfiber and buff off. A little bit more wiping or buffing off on the 303 section. The Rain-X section was just a little bit easier to apply if that's important to you. All we're going to do now is let it cure. It's going to be a couple days till I can get back to this and finish up the video anyways. And when I do, I can definitely feel that one side has a bit more slickness than the other and has more slickness than its surrounding area on the panel as well. The Rain-X section definitely feels slicker, no doubt about it to me. And showing you here, I can't even get the block to sit so I can grab the panel and just slightly tilt it. Okay, so when it comes to slickness, the Rain-X graphene spray wax will get another X marks the spot, and we'll move on. Taking a 2-0 lead so far. Gloss, that's next. We're going to get measurements in each section. We'll get the average, and we'll see which one of these products gives it the best look. (95.2) gloss units for the Rain-X section. And now 303. And just under 96 gloss units for 303. So 303 graphene coating finally gets the first mark, and that makes it 2-1. Can these products deal with heat? We're going to find out in the lower left-hand corner where we have the arrows pointing. We're going to take each section up to 160 degrees, and then we'll quick pass a butane torch over top of it as well. And then when we take it outside, we'll see if these products can put up with that type of abuse. When we introduce the water to it, you're going to see easily if it has failed or held up. Okay, let's transition to the outside, get everything set up, and we'll remove the tape. I don't have that on the whiteboard, but we're going to take a look at the jetting effect. Does it make the area look darker and richer if that's important to you? Well, let's find out. Once again, not knowing what's showing through the camera for you, I'll let you know what I am seeing here. And I can see a slight outline on the Rain-X side. No jetting effect whatsoever for the 303. Let's get to water behavior. I know for a fact that one of these sheets, having used it before, and of course, having stated on the label that it has an extreme hydrophobic beading effect, we know Rain-X beads and 303 will sheet. And of course, if you're familiar with this channel, you know that's exactly what I like, the quick sheeting action. And that's a wash, and it all depends on what you prefer. Do you have a problem with water spots? Then maybe you want to look into the 303 instead. Also, back outside, we can see that heat had no effect on either of these products or the heat gun. So that's going to be a wash, as heat is a non-factor here. Back outside, time for the 10 wash test. A bit of Adams strip wash, a bit of auto foam from Built Hamber, which is on the alkaline side of the pH scale, of course. And let's get started. As we move along, again, sharing what I can see in front of me here, they both start to act the same, both sections, as the Rain-X loses that real strong hydrophobic beading effect and actually starts to do both very well. And it'll do very well for the remainder of the wash test. I have no complaints with that whatsoever. Beading, to me, I'd rather have it sheet anyway. All right, let me dry the area, and then we can break out some harsh chemicals, spray it on the panel. We'll dry it so they don't get diluted as they're hitting each section. We're going to start with a wheel cleaner. We'll let the cleaner sit for a bit as I run in, grab a microfiber towel so we can rub the product into both areas with the microfiber. And we'll rinse thoroughly, wash it one more time, and take a look. So the 303 section is still sheeting impressively, coming off in a timely manner so we can avoid water spots. How about the other side here, Rain-X? Well, we're moving over to sheeting action now, and that's working rather well. It's coming off the panel quickly. It's what we can ask for, but whatever they added to the formula for extreme beading is long gone, but we can still move on because both sections pretty much have the same protection as of now. Dry it off one more time, break another chemical out, we'll douse the area and move on. This time, Built Hamber's Surfix HD, which is a very good all-purpose cleaner. What's really neat to see, both products still working hard trying to protect, beating the all-purpose cleaner. We'll wipe it into the panel with a microfiber, let it sit for a bit, and then we'll rinse. Okay, so at this point of the torture test, the 303 section still has some protection. The sheeting action is really slowing, but it's still there. On the other side, it's completely gone, no protection whatsoever. All right, let's run back inside to the whiteboard. Really, chemical resistance and durability will run hand in hand. 303 gets X's in both sections and pulls into the lead and has a comeback win. I prefer the sheeting action of the 303. The application of the Rain-X was fantastic and actually did a lot better than I expected. I would have no problem using it. Let me know down in the comments section which one you would prefer. If you've tried it, let us know your experience.